Hi, I'm Samantha with AT&T over at the Mall at Short Hills. Today we're looking at the new Samsung Galaxy Note. Just got it out the box, so we're going to start it up. It does have a 5.3 AMOLED display, so it's going to be a great picture. Some things while it's starting up. You have your lock button over here. You have your earplug. All your regular Android buttons. The SPen is down here, your speaker and your charger. On the back, you have your camera and flash, and the front-facing camera's right here. So, really easy to get it started up. Get started. Let's create a new session base just so we can start it up for the first time. We're going to do automatic updates for the network.
And which version of Android are we running on here?
This is running on the brand. It is on Gingerbread. So now we have the Google location, so we're just going to go next. This is how to capture a screenshot. So with the SPen, pop it out real quick. If you hold down the button and hold and press, it'll do a screenshot. So you can, it'll saves it right to your photos, and you can do anything with it. You can edit it, you can share it, you can crop around someone. So some really cool things with that. So you can just write on the screen if you want. And then we are going to continue on. So this is the nice pretty startup screen for it. So right from here with the SPen, if you press the little button and tap twice, the notepad pulls up. Right from here you can start to write. So I can just put my name if I want to. There's a little eraser, so if you click to the eraser, I can erase what I just did. And just like on any other application, there also is undo and redo buttons. With the pen type, if you click on the text, if you want, you can use the regular keypad.
And will the pen control the regular keypad as well?
Yes, if I go to text, if I do want to use this, I can type with it.
Okay.
Any regular gesture that you can do with your hand, you can do on the screen. The only thing that you can't do with the SPen is the buttons at the bottom.
Okay.
Do not work with it, but you can use your finger for those. So it's saving it for me. So what's really nice about the S Note is, let's say you meet a new person, and if I met you today, Jake, and I was meeting a whole bunch of people at one time, I can quickly go, okay, I need to remember this person's name. So like I said, press the button, tap twice, I can hit Jake.
So it can replace like a regular notepad you have to walk around with.
Exactly. So instead of having that little paper notepad, then I can hit save, and it's saved in there. And then later on, let's say I see you at the social event that's later this afternoon. I'm like, oh, I forgot your name. Let me check what it is real quick. Click on S Memo, pops it up. This is just showing you different things you can do with it, some of the actions. But it's right here for me, Jake.
Okay.
And so I can know your name. From here, you can edit it some more if you want by the different edit button. Also, once you're actually in edit mode, you can click on the pen settings, so you can choose if you want like a very fine point pen. You can edit the size of it. So if I go back here, I can write nice and small if I need to. You can also change it to a paintbrush. Let's say I want to change the color. I can start like coloring on it.
Okay.
And then you can change the width. So if I want a big fat pen, maybe I want to draw a grass at the bottom. I'm drawing a picture for someone, you can do that.
Cool.
Oh, hey Brad. Then you can also do a pencil, and let's maybe change it to gray so it looks like a pencil. Click on here.
And then in terms of writing with it, does it feel like you're writing with like a pen or a pencil?
It does. It's very accurate. You can also recalibrate it, so maybe use it a whole lot and you feel like it's slightly off. It has almost 300 sensors in it, so the likelihood that it will ever get off is very slim, but you can go into a calibration mode.
So you can always recalibrate if something does go wrong.
Yes, or maybe you get a new pen, it's not the pen that came with it. You can edit that. Then also there's a highlight function. So if I want to maybe highlight something, the note I took, I can highlight over you, and say, oh, I really need to remember this name.
Okay.
So all that kind of stuff.
Works out well.
And
does this
the
work?
eraser?
Does this work with other apps also, like the SPen?
It does.
Okay.
It does. One app that's really awesome that we learned about in the training is they use the example of a realtor. Realtors have a lot of paperwork that they have to sign, they have to fax or email or deliver to the different realtors, they have to get it in escrow and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's an application you can pull up on here and make completely legal documents.
Okay.
You can sign it in black and everything. So if maybe you're doing your offer letter, you and your realtor are at a new house, they can pull up that document, the little sign here tabs, all those little post-its that are on it. Instead of doing that, there's little arrows that you can add on to the screen. So that way when you hand it over to your client, you can say, everywhere there's an arrow, I need you to sign, and at the bottom where I highlighted, I need you to sign your full name. And then once you do that, you can capture it, you can print it right from there if you have a wireless printer, or you can email it. So instead of having to send it, print it out, mail it, email it, all those kind of things, you can do everything right from the phone.
That's great.
Yes.
So you don't need to bring the computer with you or the actual paper with you.
Exactly. And then the other way that they said personalizing it is for, a realtor, maybe that customer did get their offer letter approved for their home. Instead of just sending a note that says, congratulations, you got a new one. You can actually take a photo of the house, put welcome to your new home, and really personalize it, make it a very,
so it works out well.
very handwritten.
So there's unlimited possibilities basically with it.
Yes. But you can use it everything around. If you're in an application, like let's say we were in the SMemo application, if you hold down the pen and go up, it'll bring you any of your menu options. That's for any application that you're doing. If you hold it and press it down, it'll go away. Then also if you hold the button down and go back, it'll go back to whatever you were doing. Back to the home screen if you're in an application.
So there's gestures in it, which works.
Yes, pretty much just like any other gestures application you can do.
And then this screen is a Super AMOLED display?
Yes, it's Super AMOLED, yes, it sure is.
So playing videos on it, you can watch movies on it with all the different kind of apps.
Let's see, if we go into our Media Hub.
Okay, so all the Samsung apps are on there as well?
Yes, all of your standard ones are on here. I think there's a few demo videos that we can show you. But we've never set it up before, so take 1 second.
And it doesn't seem like it's too big of a size of a phone.
It's not terrible, and I have generally small hands in comparison, so for me, I don't find it too big. It fits in my back pocket, so it'll fit in anyone's back pocket. The other great thing is, most women don't put anything in their front pockets, but for men, with their slacks, it fits in seamlessly, and because it might be wide, but it's so thin, it's not this big bulky thing that's hanging out of your pocket to where you can see, like, get the tablet out of your pocket type of thing. Not going to do any updates. Oop.
If it makes you do it, we can just...
Okay.
It's fine, we don't need to do it then.
No. Yeah,
it's fine then.
Okay, it'll take just a second.
It looks nice on the back. I mean, you can see from the desktop, it works great.
Yes.
Samsung is known for their screen, so it's good they're keeping it with this one. And this also comes in white?
Yes, the white one is a pretty white one, just like the other Samsung Galaxy Skyrockets that we carry. So it works. It's a beautiful white with the silver edging. Okay. It's really nice.
And this is the ceramic blue?
Yes.
It's a nice color.
It is. Let me pull this plastic off the back. I don't know if you can catch it in the light, but it's really a pretty blue. It's not bright and flashy, but it's not just black.
Yeah, which is good.
What applications? It's got your standard ones. Again, you can use the SPen to scroll around.
And then it comes with like the AT&T family maps and the My AT&T on this. You can manage your account, which is good.
It's got this navigation, so it'll talk to you if you need. And it's got different docks. So if you have a car dock for it, for a navigation, this is awesome. You can put it up in your screen.
And it's basically the size of like a Garmin GPS. You don't need to go out and get the GPS then.
Yes.
And then, are there any special applications besides SMemo that come on here?
There's several different ones. They have a mini diary.
Okay.
So a lot of people like to journal what they're doing, whether it's on a social media site or a personal one. But not many people feel comfortable carrying around their own journal, a big old journal in their bag and stuff like that. So now you can just do it right on here, and you can keep your own journal in here and create. You can personalize. You can add photos to it and all that kind of stuff. You can edit it with this. The other interesting one is with the pictures, let me find that application. You can edit it and you can crop people out.
Oh.
So let's say the example that they use, like maybe you and your boyfriend
Yeah.
are at, somewhere and you take this awesome photo of each other and that's your Facebook status. Well, let's say next week you break up, but you love the photo of yourself. You can go and highlight that person and it'll use the background footage that's around to make it just something blank.
That's
so
awesome.
Instead of having like a half arm and like somebody else, a little piece of a face because they're close, you can just edit them out.
That's awesome.
And just crop it right out.
Works out perfect.
Yes.
Okay, and then in terms of a processor, it's a 1.2 gigahertz, I believe?
Yes.
Okay. I think it says it on the back of the box.
Yep, 1.5.
1.5.
And it's a dual.
Okay. And this is going to be running on 4G LTE from AT&T, and if you don't have that, it runs on the 4G HSPA+.
Correct.
Okay.
It always connects to the absolute fastest thing. Our LTE is the fastest, but let's say that you decide that you want to go cotton picking in the middle of Alabama. We don't have LTE there just yet, but you're still going to get the fastest network you possibly can because it has the capability.
Okay, that's great.
What else about it?
Do you know if ice cream sandwich is coming to it? Or
I'm sure with all of the
They can't leave it out
Androids,
on this.
Yeah, I'm sure with all of them, as they become more and more compatible with all of their devices, it's going to be an update, I'm sure, at some point in time.
And then with the messages app on here, I think we already went into this a little bit, but you can like personalize like a text message as well as like the email.
Yeah, so let's say if we go back to the S memo, let's just say I'm going to create a new one. And let me go back to my pen, make it a little bigger. I can say pick me up at 5.
Okay.
Right? From here, you can also add a photo.
Okay.
So if there's a picture, right with the pen, once you pull up that screen photo, you can move it around. I can make it smaller if I want. Because this is that original screenshot we took in the beginning.
So screenshots will save as well as photos that you take with the camera.
Correct. So all that's right here, but I don't really need it this big, so I'm going to make it small. Or let's say that you have a map. You pull up, go to the maps.
Oh, and you can take a shot. It's awesome.
Yeah, so if we're going to accept. You can speak the destination, but say in here, I want to do the mall at Short Hills. Okay. And I'm going to hit go and search for it, and we're just going to use regular navigation. Accept. Google Maps will pull up. Here's my destination. So I'm going to pull it. And I want you to meet me here. So I can, again, press and hold. Takes the snapshot. And then that's in here. So it's already saved in my pictures. So if I go back, I'm going to exit. And I go back to my S memo. Let's trash this picture. But you can also add another page.
So would it be like 2 messages going to that person? Or?
Yeah, but just because I wrote so big, if I want to, if I took that picture that we just took, that screenshot, okay, it's on here. So let's say this message is a new one, and I make it bigger. And then on here, I want to make it a little bit finer so it's not quite so big. And I want it in black. Could draw a little, let me.
So I guess it stays selected, then you unselect, okay.
Yeah, you just got to tap outside of it. Okay. Then I can draw a little arrow here.
Okay.
And then I can send it to you.
It's awesome.
Yep.
And then in terms of pricing for this device?
With a new 2-year contract or a 2-year upgrade, it's going to be $299.99, so $300.
And it's available tomorrow, February 18th?
February 19th.
February 19th.
Yes, February 19th. Yeah. As soon as the doors open, this will be up and running and ready to go.
And then the people who pre-ordered it can pick it up today?
Yes. If they pre-ordered it, if we send it to their home, they can just unbox it there. If we got it sent to the store, then we'll unwrap it.
You can set it up for them and everything?
Set it up for them. Exactly.
Okay. Seems like an awesome device.
Yes, it's really cool.